Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1808, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. What is the iconic car driven by the Duke brothers in The Dukes of Hazzard called? General Lee. Which geometric solid has volume given by the formula sum c pi r through sun? Sphere. Which Soviet leader is often credited with the line, "A single death is a tragedy, a million deaths are a statistic"? Answer: Joseph Stalin, commonly credited though attribution is disputed. What term is used for twins who are physically joined to each other at birth? Conjoined twins. Which quirky new wave band covered Lee Dorsey's song "Working in a Coal Mine"? Devo. Which of the following is myrrh? A herb, a gum resin, or an essence distilled from orchids? Gum resin. Laetrile is derived from the pit of which fruit? Apricot. Which fictional cannibal and serial killer was created by author Thomas Harris? Hannibal Lecter. Which beverage was historically referred to as Arabian wine? Coffee. What city serves as the capital of North Carolina? Raleigh. Which 1944 film stars Humphrey Bogart as a Martinique boat captain who becomes involved in the resistance alongside Lauren Bacall? To Have and Have Not. What field of engineering and applied physics focuses on designing and applying devices, mainly electronic circuits, that use the flow of electrons to process and transmit information? Electronics. What was the first film to star Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn together, released in 1942? Woman of the Year. How many hearts does an octopus have? 3. What property of a fluid measures its resistance to flow? Viscosity. What is the term for the nest of an eagle or other bird of prey? Answer: airy, also spelled airy. What is the name of the dessert made with phyllo pastry, chopped nuts, and honey? Baklava. In Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, Mercutio delivers a long monologue about which fairy from folklore? Queen Mab. In which European country is the city of Liège located? Belgium. In which 1975 film did George Burns win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor? The Sunshine Boys. According to a survey, what did 34% of male students and 10% of female students in California admit to lying to obtain? A sexual partner. What do you call a scientist who specializes in the study of reptiles and amphibians? Herpetologist. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word stands for the letter N? November. In Fawlty Towers, what is the name of the regular elderly guest usually paired with Miss Tibbs? Miss Gatsby. Which pharmacist invented Coca-Cola in 1886? John Pemberton. Which English king was the father of both Queen Mary II and Queen Anne? James II. Which iconic amphibious car, sold as the Model 770 in the 1960s, was designed to be driven on both land and water? Amphicar, Model 770. What is the term for the fear of books? Bibliophobia. In Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which musical instrument is played by Sneezy? Accordion. By what other name is the North Star commonly known? Polaris. Who was the Ugandan dictator who ruled from 1971 to 1979? Idi Amin. The Ionian Islands and the Cyclades are island groups of which country? Greece. In the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, what name is given to the Tin Man portrayed by Jack Haley? Nick Chopper. In dentistry, what common appliance are nicknamed angle irons and Rolex? Dental braces, orthodontic braces. In ancient Roman courts, men would swear oaths by which body part? Their testicles. Which American folk hero associated with apple orchards was based on the U.S. pioneer John Chapman? Johnny Appleseed. Which famous surrealist artist designed the Chupa Chups logo in 1969? Salvador Dalí. How many ribs are in the adult human body? 24, 12 pairs. What do ladybugs do during the winter months to survive the cold? Answer: they overwinter in a dormant state, commonly described as hibernation. Which three countries' flags are combined to form the Union Jack, the flag of the United Kingdom? England, Scotland, and Ireland. Which equestrian sport was named the official state sport of Maryland in 1962? Jousting. Which large flightless bird is the only bird to have just 2 toes on each foot? Ostrich. By 1994, which literary genre did Dr. Seuss dominate, having authored 5 of the 10 best-selling books in U.S. history? Children's books. What is the name for a recognizable pattern of stars in the night sky? Constellation. What kind of animals are described by the term batrachian? Frogs and toads, amphibians. Who sang the theme song for the 1964 James Bond film Goldfinger? Shirley Bassey. What was the name of the digital handheld pet that became a global craze in the 1990s? Tamagotchi. Which Asian country is bordered to the north by Russia and to the south by China? Mongolia. Which female professional golfer is nicknamed Big Mama? Joanne Carner. Besides human females, which common domestic animal is often said to have a hymen? Horses, mares. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.